You scan the label, low-calorie, light, zero sugar. It feels like a smart choice. But what if those diet-friendly foods are already disrupting your body in ways you don't notice yet? Behind the promising labels are artificial sweeteners that throw off gut balance, chemical thickeners replacing real ingredients, and additives designed to keep you craving more. The calorie count might be low, but the long-term cost to your health is far higher than you think. Today, we're exposing 10 so-called low-calorie foods quietly damaging your health, and the number one item is something millions of dieters use every single day. 10. Low-calorie instant noodles. They cook in minutes, they cost almost nothing, and when the package says low-calorie or light, it feels like a guilt-free meal. Instant noodles marketed as diet-friendly options have exploded in popularity, promising the comfort of a warm bowl without the caloric damage. But what you're really slurping down is a sodium bomb wrapped in processed starch. A single serving of many low-calorie instant noodle brands contains anywhere from 800 to over 1,200 milligrams of sodium. That's more than half the daily recommended limit in one small bowl. Excess sodium intake is directly linked to high blood pressure, kidney strain, and increased risk of heart disease. And most people don't stop at one serving. They eat the whole package, doubling that sodium load instantly. The noodles themselves are typically made from refined wheat flour, stripped of fiber and nutrients. To keep calories low, manufacturers reduce the portion size or swap out ingredients for ultra-processed alternatives. What remains is a food product that spikes blood sugar, leaves you hungry within an hour, and delivers almost no protein, fiber, or vitamins. Then there are the seasoning packets. These contain monosodium glutamate, artificial flavorings, and hydrolyzed proteins designed to create intense taste from almost nothing. It's engineered flavor, not real food. Low-calorie instant noodles might seem like a smart swap, but they trade one problem for another. You save on calories while flooding your body with sodium, additives, and empty carbohydrates that leave you worse off than before. And if you think your salad is a safer bet, wait until you see what's hiding in that bottle of light dressing. 9. Light salad dressings. You've made the healthy choice. A big bowl of greens, fresh vegetables, maybe some grilled chicken. Then you reach for the light dressing because why ruin a good salad with excess fat and calories? It sounds logical. But that innocent-looking bottle might be turning your nutritious meal into a processed disaster. When manufacturers remove fat from salad dressing, they have to replace it with something to maintain texture and taste. That something is usually a cocktail of thickeners, gums, and sweeteners. Check the ingredient list on most light dressings and you'll find xanthan gum, modified food starch, high fructose corn syrup, and artificial flavors. These aren't ingredients that support your health. They're fillers designed to mimic the mouthfeel of real dressing at a fraction of the cost. Many light dressings also contain surprising amounts of sugar. A 2-tablespoon serving can pack 3 to 5 grams of added sugar. That might sound small, but most people pour far more than 2 tablespoons. By the time you've coated your salad, you've added a significant sugar load to what should have been a clean meal. The sodium content is another concern. Light dressings often compensate for missing fat by cranking up the salt. Some brands deliver over 300 milligrams of sodium per serving, turning your healthy salad into a high sodium trap. Real olive oil and vinegar take seconds to drizzle and contain ingredients you can actually pronounce. Light dressings offer the illusion of health while delivering processed gums, hidden sugars, and unnecessary chemicals. Speaking of illusions, let's talk about a drink that promises 0 calories but delivers far more problems than it solves. 8. 0-calorie soft drinks. No sugar, no calories, all the flavor. It sounds like the perfect swap for anyone trying to cut back on soda without giving up the fizz. 0-calorie soft drinks have become a staple for dieters, diabetics, and health-conscious consumers everywhere. But that clean-looking nutrition label hides a much darker truth. The sweetness in 0-calorie sodas comes from artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and isosulfame potassium. These compounds are hundreds of times sweeter than regular sugar. While they don't add calories, they do something potentially worse. They train your taste buds to crave intense sweetness. Over time, naturally sweet foods like fruit start tasting bland, while the desire for hyper-sweet flavors grows stronger. Research published in journals like Nature has shown that artificial sweeteners can disrupt the gut microbiome, altering the balance of bacteria in ways that may contribute to glucose intolerance and metabolic dysfunction. Other studies have linked regular diet soda consumption to increased risk of stroke, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes, despite the absence of sugar. Then there's the acid content. Zero-calorie sodas contain phosphoric acid and citric acid, which erode tooth enamel over time and can contribute to bone density loss when consumed regularly. A single can might show 0 on the calorie line, but the metabolic confusion, gut disruption, and intensified cravings add up. You're not drinking a health food, you're drinking a chemical cocktail that tricks your body without nourishing it. And if you think switching to yogurt is a safer path, the next item on our list might change your mind completely. 7. Fat-free flavored. Yogurt's yogurt has a health halo that few foods can match. Probiotics, calcium, protein, it sounds like the perfect snack. And when the label says fat-free, it feels even better. Less fat means healthier, right? Not when manufacturers replace that fat with something far worse. When you remove fat from yogurt, you remove flavor and texture. To compensate, companies load fat-free varieties with added sugars, corn syrup, and artificial sweeteners. A single serving of many popular fat-free flavored yogurts contains between 15 and 20 grams of sugar. That's nearly as much as a candy bar, all packed into a tiny container that most people assume is doing their body good. The flavoring itself is another red flag: strawberry, blueberry, vanilla. These sound natural, but most fat-free yogurts use artificial flavors and fruit puree concentrates rather than actual fruit. You're eating sugar syrup with a hint of fruit essence, not real berries blended into cream. Ironically, the fat in full-fat yogurt actually helps you feel satisfied longer and supports the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. By removing it, manufacturers create a product that spikes blood sugar, leaves you hungry within an hour, and delivers a fraction of the nutritional benefit. Some brands also add thickeners like modified cornstarch, gelatin, and carrageenan to replicate the creamy texture that fat naturally provides. These additives offer no health benefit and may cause digestive discomfort in sensitive individuals. Fat-free flavored yogurt is diet culture dressed up as health food. The numbers look good on paper, but the ingredient list tells a completely different story. Next up, a snack that promises portion control but delivers nothing but processed junk in a smaller bag. 6. 100-calorie snack packs. The promise is simple: all the taste you love, perfectly portioned at just 100 calories. These little bags line grocery store aisles, offering cookies, crackers, and chips in controlled servings that seem designed for smart snacking. But here's the truth: shrinking the portion doesn't fix what's wrong with the food inside. 100-calorie snack packs contain the exact same ultra-processed ingredients as their full-size counterparts: refined white flour, sugar, hydrogenated oils, and artificial flavors. The only difference is the quantity. You're still eating nutritionally empty food, you're just eating less of it per bag. And that's where the psychology backfires. Studies have shown that people who eat from small packages often consume more overall because the portion size creates a false sense of permission. One bag feels virtuous, so a second or third bag feels justified. Before you know it, you've eaten 300 calories of cookies while believing you practiced restraint. The ingredient lists on these products are concerning regardless of portion. Many contain high fructose corn syrup, palm oil, artificial colors, and preservatives like TBHQ. These aren't ingredients that support energy, focus, or satiety. They're fillers designed to taste good and last on shelves. Each tiny bag also costs more per ounce than the regular version, meaning you're paying a premium for the privilege of eating processed junk in smaller doses. 100-calorie snack packs are a marketing trick, not a health solution. They let you feel like you're making progress while feeding your body the same refined garbage that caused the problem in the first place. Speaking of false progress, wait until you see what's really inside those skinny frozen meals. If you're learning something new here, hit subscribe and keep these eye-opening breakdowns coming. 5. Skinny microwave meals. The freezer aisle is full of them. Slim boxes with pictures of perfectly plated pasta, lean protein, and steaming vegetables. 250 calories, 300 calories. They promise a complete meal with minimal damage to your diet. But when you dig into what actually makes these meals so low in calories, the answer isn't pretty. Skinny microwave meals stay light by cutting corners on real food. Instead of generous portions of protein, vegetables, and whole grains, you get tiny servings padded with water, gums, and stabilizers. Ingredients like maltodextrin, modified food starch, and carrageenan create the illusion of substance without delivering actual nutrition. The protein content in many of these meals sits between 8 and 12 grams, far below what most adults need to feel satisfied. The result is a meal that leaves you hungry an hour later, reaching for snacks that undo whatever calorie savings you thought you achieved. Sodium is another major issue. To make small portions taste flavorful, manufacturers crank up the salt. Many skinny frozen meals contain between 500 and 800 milligrams of sodium per serving. Eat one for lunch and one for dinner, and you've already approached or exceeded the daily recommended limit. The vegetable content is often laughable. A few sad broccoli florets or a scattering of corn kernels hardly counts as a serving of produce. What looks balanced on the box is actually a plate of fillers, salt, and just enough real food to justify the marketing. Skinny microwave meals are diet theater. They perform the role of healthy eating without delivering any of the benefits. Real food doesn't come in a box with a 3-year shelf life. Now let's talk about a frozen treat that's taken the diet world by storm and why it's not as innocent as it seems. 4. Low-calorie ice cream alternatives. Eat the whole pint for only 300 calories. That's the pitch that turned low-calorie ice cream into a billion-dollar industry. Brands like Halo Top, Enlightened, and Arctic Zero have convinced health-conscious consumers that they can enjoy unlimited frozen dessert without consequence. But what makes these pints so light comes at a cost. Your body pays in other ways. Traditional ice cream is simple: cream, sugar, eggs, and flavor. Low-calorie versions strip out most of the cream and sugar, replacing them with a cocktail of sugar, alcohols, gums, and stabilizers. Erythritol, stevia, monk fruit extract, and chicory root fiber appear on nearly every label. While these ingredients reduce calories, they also create digestive chaos for many people. Sugar alcohols like erythritol are notorious for causing bloating, gas, and stomach cramps, especially when consumed in large amounts. And since the entire marketing premise encourages eating a full pint in one sitting, large amounts are exactly what people consume. The texture of these products is another giveaway that something is off. Because real cream has been largely removed, manufacturers rely on gums like locust bean gum, guar gum, and carrageenan to create a creamy mouthfeel. These thickeners aren't harmful in small doses, but they're a far cry from the simple richness of actual ice cream. The intense sweeteners also perpetuate the same problem as diet sodas. They train your palate to expect extreme sweetness, making naturally sweet foods less satisfying over time. Low-calorie ice cream lets you eat more while enjoying less. A small serving of real ice cream might be more satisfying both physically and psychologically than an entire pint of processed air and additives. Up next, a drink that promises energy without sugar but delivers a chemical storm instead. 3. Zero sugar energy drinks. You need a boost. Coffee isn't cutting it. So you reach for a sleek can promising zero sugar, 0 calories, and maximum energy. Zero sugar energy drinks have exploded in popularity, marketed to athletes, students, and busy professionals as a clean alternative to their sugary predecessors. But clean is the last word that should describe what's inside these cans. The energy in these drinks comes primarily from caffeine, and the amounts are staggering. Many zero-sugar energy drinks contain between 150 and 300 milligrams of caffeine per can. For reference, a standard cup of coffee has around 95 milligrams. Consuming that much caffeine in a single sitting can trigger heart palpitations, anxiety, insomnia, and blood pressure spikes, especially in younger consumers or those sensitive to stimulants. Then there's the sweetener situation. To deliver that sugary taste without actual sugar, these drinks rely on sucralose, acesulfame, potassium, and aspartame. As we've already discussed, these artificial sweeteners can disrupt gut bacteria, intensify sugar cravings, and confuse your body's metabolic responses. The acidity is another hidden danger. energy drinks are highly acidic, which erodes tooth enamel over time and can contribute to gastrointestinal discomfort. Regular consumption has been linked to increased risk of dental decay and digestive issues. Zero-sugar energy drinks also create a false sense of health. Because they lack calories, people often drink them more frequently, compounding the exposure to caffeine, acids, and artificial additives. A black coffee or green tea delivers energy with far fewer chemicals and none of the metabolic confusion. Zero-sugar energy drinks are stimulants dressed up as health products. And if you thought energy drinks were alarming, the next item hides problems so well it's fooled nearly everyone in the fitness aisle. 2. Low-calorie protein bars. They sit in the health food section. They promise muscle recovery, meal replacement, and guilt-free snacking. With only 90 to 120 calories per bar, low-calorie protein bars seem like the perfect solution for fitness enthusiasts watching their intake. But when you actually read the ingredient list, these bars look a lot more like candy than clean fuel. To hit those low-calorie targets while still tasting sweet and chewy, manufacturers rely on a parade of processed ingredients. Sugar alcohols like maltitol and erythritol, soluble corn fiber, palm kernel oil, and artificial flavors dominate most labels. The protein itself often comes from highly processed sources like soy protein isolate or collagen peptides, which don't offer the same amino acid profile as whole food protein sources. The texture is another red flag. That chewy, candy-like consistency comes from gums, glycerin, and binding agents designed to mimic the mouthfeel of a treat. You're not eating a health food, you're eating a science experiment shaped like a snack bar. Digestive issues are common complaints among regular consumers of these products. The sugar alcohols that keep calories low are poorly absorbed by the body, leading to bloating, cramping, and gas, especially when consumed frequently. Perhaps most misleading is the satiety factor. Because these bars are so low in calories and real nutrients, they rarely satisfy hunger. People eat one, feel unsatisfied, and reach for more food shortly after, negating any caloric benefit. A hard-boiled egg or a handful of nuts delivers real protein, real fats, and real satisfaction. Low-calorie protein bars deliver processed fillers wrapped in fitness marketing. Now, the number one item on our list. This one has fooled millions of dieters into thinking they're making a healthy choice. 1. Low-calorie chips. They're baked, not fried. They're popped, not processed. They come in portion-controlled bags with calorie counts that seem almost too good to be true. Low-calorie chips have become the holy grail for snackers who want the crunch without the guilt. But here's the truth the packaging doesn't tell you. These chips are still ultra-processed junk food engineered to make you eat more, not less. The base ingredients in most low-calorie chips are virtually identical to regular chips. Refined potato starch, corn flour, and vegetable oils dominate the ingredient lists. The difference is often just air. Many baked or popped varieties achieve lower calorie counts by puffing the product with air, giving you more volume with less substance. You're not eating healthier chips. You're eating inflated versions of the same processed formula. Sodium remains a major concern. A single serving of many low-calorie chip brands contains between 150 and 250 milligrams of sodium. And like every other snack on this list, serving sizes are laughably small. 1 ounce, about 15 chips. Nobody stops at 15. The bag is empty before you realize it, and suddenly you've consumed double or triple the sodium and calories you planned. The oils used in these products are equally problematic. Sunflower oil, safflower oil, and canola oil are common, all high in omega-6 fatty acids that promote inflammation when consumed in excess. These aren't the healthy fats your body needs. They're cheap industrial oils used because they're cost-effective. The flavor engineering is also designed to override your brain's satiety signals. Salt, fat, and crunch combine to trigger dopamine responses that make stopping nearly impossible. Low-calorie chips aren't portion control. They're manufactured addiction in a smaller package. This is the snack that fooled an entire generation of dieters into believing they could have it all. Low calories on the label, ultra-processed garbage inside. If you want real health, skip the chip aisle entirely.